All right, we're back. Some more errors, but we're back. I really don't know what's going on. I might just have to switch to playing Minecraft for the day, bro. Like, I don't know what is going on. Oh, this is my Unity scene. That's really encouraging. I'm definitely just gonna try and exit out of these. No, 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 no. Shadow, I don't think it's you. No, 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 no. Alright. Shadow, how would you feel about some Minecraft? Because this is gonna take some work to get this figured out. I mean, I could try and upgrade it, but at this point, it's like it's literally stuck right now. I don't know what to. I mean, I could task manager this. No. No. Okay, so I've ended Unity. Unity's now dead. We can. I could try this one more time, but after that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to keep crashing the stream. Like, that's no fun for anybody. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. I mean, I could try and upgrade, but I don't want to nuke all my stuff. Can I copy this project? Oh, I could just copy the files. Back up the files. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. It's so weird that it's just crashing. Is it like a... It's not a license thing, is it? Like, my license didn't expire, did it? No. Oh. There's no way it would say something if it was a license error. I don't know. I'm really thinking. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is back up the frog game. So, we're backing up the game right now. It's gonna take a minute or two. About 60 seconds is what Microsoft is saying, but they're not always very reliable. What to do? What to do? I promise my stream is not usually this scuffed, man. I promise it is usually better than this. I don't normally face issues that crash my computer every day. Not usually. But we're no. That's ridiculous. That's actually ridiculous. Look at this. How did this go from, you know, a relatively good speed to just done? I can't even expand this at all. That's not fun. It literally just died. It was going to take 60 seconds. Oh, and now it's back up. Alright, I don't know, man. I know, but still. I guess he had the big files, it just took longer to process. Should be getting more than 5 megabits is crazy, man. 5 megabits is wild. Okay, after that is done backing up, I'll try this one more time. Or I could update it and then try it. Well, I guess an install is probably going to take a while, isn't it? Unity 6. That's crazy that they're on 6 now. So wild. Yeah, I mean, this is probably going to take a hot second. It's definitely going to take a hot second. This is at 1% just now. Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to do that this stream. Yeah, see, I didn't even realize they came out with 6,000 until I was looking at docs the other day. Or a couple weeks ago. You don't need this 6,000 junk. That's so overrated. Just trying to hype it up. It's all marketing. It's all marketing. I used to upgrade every single time a new, like when I was in high school and using this, I was like upgrading every single time a new version got released, like every single month. And or like every single time I used Unity. Because if I only used it once a month, or you know, I used it like 1 week a month, it felt like every time I was going on there, I was updating it. And then, oh, it's trying to, hold on. All right, you get to see my face up close now because it's trying to copy those files. So, okay, we now have a copy. We're now going to attempt. We're now going to attempt to open this again. We shall see how it goes. This is really not what I had in mind for what I was going to be doing today. That is for sure. I thought I was going to be going on the grind coding. I thought I was going to be cooking. And instead, type one line of code, everything crashes. Brutal. Brutal. Very unfortunate. All right. We're back up and running. Let's see. Last time it crashed, I literally just tried to go. What? Wait a second. Oh no, we're chilling. It's all good. All I tried to do is go to this documentation, and it just crashed last time. Okay, that's a good sign. So we have. Is there input debugger for your left click? There is. But it works on the debugger. Like I'm not moving my mouse, so there's no input coming in, right? Left click, boom. So it's registering it, which is really weird. And if left button is here. Yeah, so it's registering it. An option on the top left of this, or like the product settings inputs, like this input manager. Yes, I can. This one, options. So I should, this one? Okay. Oh, that's simulated touchscreen. Yeah, I'm not sure either. I'm not sure either. I don't know what else to check, like if I can check anything. And as I said, it's not just this mouse, because I tried another mouse and that didn't work either. And it's actually the entire, I think it's the entire mouse also. I can check, but even if I do right click, right click on the mouse, save asset. So this should shoot, right? It should at least print output that it's you know, entering the function. We got our player. Yeah, right click doesn't even produce output. So it's the mouse entirely. And even if I throw on another mouse, I tested this last stream and it didn't change anything. But I should be able to just plug this in. Okay, so this is my mouse now. Yeah, so I just changed mouses. This one instead. And it's also not working. So I don't know what's up with that. That might be actually, I don't know. I can test it where I actually like try and build your game so you can check this out. Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. All right, I'm gonna kind of just work around this for now, just because I don't want to. If I build the game right now, it's gonna, you know, take up, you know, 15 minutes of stream, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything else. So I am going to put that on the. I think it's on my list of things to do. I have a really great list. It's really good. Oh, bro, I had all this working, and I had all this working, and then it just like didn't work. Like it worked for controller support, and then I made 2 players instead of just like 1 player that's a controller, and it lost all functionality. Okay, it's not on my to-do list. Well, we'll throw it in right here. This to-do list is an absolute mess now. Like all this is just gonna get clear whenever I do this. Like it's not very granular. I was just thinking before the stream I should make like a Trello board or something to track all this. Because doing a Notepad++ is, you know, fun, but also a mess. I did it at first because it was just like a couple things here and there. I was just typing a couple things so stream could see it, and now it's just become like a mess. it's just amassed into too much. Controllers, what am I? I am documenting the fact that left, actually we'll just say click input on the mouse does not register. One thing I could look into also is if it's related to the input type that it is. I'm not sure. Like it obviously shouldn't be, but you never know. What did I want to do? I want to do this. Player input component. But it was what specifically? It was like the player input value or something. Move value, Unity Engine input system dot input value. What's in here? Input value. Yeah. Right here. It's exactly where it is. Okay. So, yeah, this is interesting. Oh, what if I did get? I think this is what it is. Let's go here. Rigid body, player movement. So move value val if I did dot get vector 2. We'll do dot x and dot y. We'll also do. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. It's gonna be such nice formatting. If you know Unity doesn't crash. Unity. John, have you ever used any other editors before? Like Unreal or Godot or I don't know, anything else? Isn't there one called like Game Editor or something? It's called like Game something. It might just be Game Editor. I used Unreal once. It was actually in college. I sat in on this class. That was, oh, no. So I had one class in college I took, and it was about like AI, and we had projects that were using Unreal, but they just like gave us the projects. We just like entered code in. I didn't mean to do that. And so like I wasn't actually doing anything with the editor. I was just writing code. But then there was other class that I wasn't in, but I saw it, and I just like tried to sit in on it and just like chill and learn. Except I had a problem with Unreal the very first day, and the guy came over and was like, well, did you download whatever off the website? And I was like, oh no, I'm actually, plot twist, I'm not in this class. I just like wanted to learn. And he gave me the weirdest, he just looked at me like I was insane, which is valid, but it was funny. And then after that, I couldn't keep, because I fell so far behind. He went through the entire lecture, and I had no idea how to start. I'd never used Unreal before. I'd only used Unity, and Unreal is so much different than Unity, in my opinion, at least. From using it very, very, very limitedly, and not a lot. I tried Unreal once, but I like Unity more. Yeah, I feel like... Did you try Unity first? Because I feel like, honestly, whatever editor you start out with, it's so much harder to go to a different editor. Because each one takes so much... Yeah, exactly. I did the same thing. I tried Unity first. And it's just like so hard. Even Unity was really hard to get... to like feel comfortable in it. You know? Any game editor, just because there's so much. I mean, you have all the objects, you have all their components. You know, different editors deal with objects and components in different ways. So it's just like there's so much to take in that jumping editors is really, really hard. No. My computer just asked me if I wanted to allow command prompt to make changes to my computer. I don't know what's going on. Slightly concerned that there's a bug in my computer, I will say. I haven't I've been on a computer all weekend and there's been no issues with it. I didn't do anything last night. That's crazy. I don't know, man. Okay, where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, we're just gonna play. I was trying to print the output. So I went on a little tangent there. But yeah, I've always thought about Godot. I think if I try another editor, it'd probably be Godot. Although, perfect. Perfect. We're getting the right input. And I bet... This is what I want to do. I bet if we did... I want left stick to be move, right? Yeah. What's this? Up? Left, and right. Okay, let's save this. Let's try it again. I was saying, so Godot, I feel like would be really cool. Godot uses, what languages? I know Godot has its own language, but I think it also supports another language as well. Godot supports, okay, so C# and C++. Coding in C++ would be fun, I think. I like C++ because that's what I learned in school. So it's just like, I spend a lot of time coding with it. It is kind of a pain, but it's better than Java, which I actually learned before that. That was my first programming language I ever learned, was Java. Which is how a lot of people went, I feel like. But I also took one class with it and then never used it again. Are you kidding me? Main, like, what is it? Public void main args 0 or something. Ridiculous. I keep getting so sidetracked. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna play again. I saved it. We're gonna try again with controller input. So let me make sure the music is gonna be good. Actually, I like the music that we're listening to, low-key. We'll keep it the same. Just put the same playlist on repeat. Alright, add that to queue. Sorry, I always just like... My Spotify is on, like, shuffle. Alright, like, once it's done with the playlist, it just sometimes plays other random stuff instead of just starting the playlist again. which I could change, but also it's kind of nice when I'm not on stream. But I don't want to get copyrighted, so I don't want to get cooked by the DMCA. So we can jump, and we're getting move values. Yes, and it's all positive or negative 1. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. So we'll do float speed X and speed Y. Float. Nope, float. Get rid of these. Just comment it out for a second. Then I feel like I want the controller, even though you can do diagonal input with the controller. I kind of want the controller to be the same. The same, like, up, down, left, right, like 4 directional movement instead of, 8 directional movement. So I just have to figure out a way to so do we do if let's do int x equals this n oh wait I don't want to do that. We'll do float. So if I make them ints, the problem is, well, apparently, first of all, it can't implicitly convert the type. But the second problem is that if I make them ints, any diagonal movement is going to count as 0. Which is not what I want. I want diagonal movement to not count. Like, I want it to continue the past movement, if that makes sense. So it's going so fast that I can just, it's going so fast that I can just ignore it. It's taking so much input that I can ignore it, and it shouldn't affect anything. So just do if x equals 0 or y equals 0, which we don't actually need to do that, do we? We can just do input movement. I really hope that the comparison, the equals comparison with the float isn't going to mess things up. Is there a way to, I mean, I know there's a way to, but C# float comparison. Wow, look at this. Look at this excellent Reddit post. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Approximately. Perfect. Approximately equal x 0. What is this? Non-invocable member approximately equal cannot be used like a method. First of all, it's deprecated. Second of all, how do I... Oh, math f dot. Gotta hit him with that math f dot, bro. And then we're just going to copy this. Paste it in there. Change that to a y. Perfect! That's excellent. Excellent. And this should work like a charm, honestly. I really hope this works. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. Look at that. That was such good programming right there. I could have just left that. I could have just said, nah, it'll be fine. Now, would I have gotten... would I have paid the price for that? Probably. Most likely. But I still could have done it. I still could have done it. Oh, I always forget to load in the player. All right, interesting. So is it not... Is it not going in here? What's going on? I'm gonna do a debug. With SpeedX. Oh my, that's... You know, VS Code hardly ever has good auto suggestions, but that was exquisite. I'm also gonna uncomment this because I know that's being called. Right. Save that. Nope. Nope. Save. There we go. All right. So, something is a little off here. Something's a little skew. If I just look at this, sometimes I do a lot of testing and not a lot of looking, and I pay the price for that also. Because if x is approximately 0 or y is approximately 0, then I want to do it, and one of them should always be... Yeah. No, we should be fine. Huh, okay. Let's see what's good. Let's see what's good. If it doesn't call... So if there's no output, something's wrong with my condition. If there is output, there is output. That is very interesting. That's very interesting because if we're getting speeds here, let's double check to make sure we have a movement type. But I don't know why we wouldn't. Movement type is complex. So let's go... Oh. What's the input buffer? Like it should be fine. I don't know why this is... It's a very strange statement. I don't know who made that. I would just do this, probably. But also, I do this. To be quite honest. Yeah, let's see complex move. If it's not moving. Let's do a debug.log. Complex move. Alright. Let's see what this produces. Is anything good? Da, 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 da. Jamming up in here, man. Alright. So we got this. What's that producing? 0, 1, complex. Okay, so we're in complex move. We have a speed. What if we increase our speed? Nope, doesn't matter. Okay. No. So the velocity isn't returning anything. So we're making it all the way to complex move, right? Is the velocity changing of the guy? Because velocity should be changing. We should see that right here. Okay, so it's not moving even an inch. Where is it getting set? Oh, so is moving is equal to false. Oh. Yeah, so he's not moving. This all worked previously, so I don't know why anything would be broken here, but I mean, we'll check. We'll do this. No, not is jumping, is moving. Is moving. My guy. Okay, let's get rid of some of these other logs in here. I don't care as much about them. And if this isn't the problem, then we can, you know, add that back in there, even though it shouldn't matter. Okay. Let's see what we got. Interesting. So that was an issue, right? I guess. I guess that part was an issue. So now it's not reaching the complex move at all. So we'll see what's up now. So is moving is false. That's what we want. Yeah. Wait, so it's getting to here? Then what's the X and Y? Like, I'm so lost. I'm so confused. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Do you think, is it because it's the players inside of this? Do I have to change the rigid body to the parent? No, we definitely don't. What if you do this? What if that was the problem all along? What if that was the problem all along? So yeah, the speeds definitely should not be 1. But interesting. I'm gonna save this, and what's this? Endless scene. Fatal rounds. There's just no player in here. There is. It's probably not. Yeah. So speed is 50. That's 0.15 and 0.2. Complex movement. Let's see. 50.15.2. Yeah, it's just not. It's not giving me anything, man. What if I increase the movement time to like 1? Is that gonna do anything? Is something like really messed up in here? Like, what's going on? Oh, whoops. Okay, so the movement's just completely messed up, which is really unfortunate because I had it like down to a T. Alright, I guess we're just gonna keep messing with the movement until it, you know, feels semi-right. Interesting. Okay, so I think the wait time. Look, the speed should be about 150. I think the wait time should be a little less. Maybe just like 0.3. All right, let me do. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Do this again. I want to know I want to really know when it's calling this. Because even if it's being pressed down, see, these controls aren't as snappy. They're not snappy at all. So I don't really like that. Interesting. So holding the controller is fine. Until it's not. It's not fine, actually. It just there's a lot more. Pro, he's getting mauled. I want to know the entire time it's being pressed down. You know? I want to know the entire time that an object is being pressed down. There we go. I just don't know exactly how to do that. So with this one, with player shoot or player projectile, yeah, on shoot, I just did, hey, if it's pressed, then set a value, and then when it's not pressed, unset that value. But that's a lot of management. Like, I should be able to do that with this library, you know? Okay, so interesting. Whether the press started this frame, was released this frame. The thing is, it calls this upon release also, which kind of sucks, you know? Or I guess it calls this upon release also, which kind of sucks. But okay, so I could check to see if no, again, you'd have to track when it's up and when it's down. That's what I don't like about this. Let's go to assets. Let's go back here. I might be able to change the type. No, because it's value. Value is what I want. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I want. Which I thought is what value does. Like setting the action type to value. Put it on pass through. Interesting. I'm gonna go look at the docs for that. Because I want to know exactly what that does. Thank you. That is really helpful. I did not know that. Pass-through actions bypass the conflict resolution process described for the value actions and don't use the conflict control driving the action. Instead, they change to any bound control triggers a callback with the controls values if you want to process all input from a set of controls. So this action has no specific type of behavior. Instead, acts as a simple pass-through for any value. Action will not perform any disambiguation when bound to multiple controls concurrently. This means that if action is bound to both the left and the right stick on a gamepad, when the left stick goes to 0.5, The right stick then goes to 0.2525. The action performed twice dealing value of a 0.5.5. First and okay. So they build on each other, but that's fine. But it's spamming even when you're not using the stick. Gotcha. Okay, let's see. Oh, interesting. I'm doing like Alt Tab, but I can no longer see. I can no longer see what the Alt Tab is doing. I don't know what's up with that, but okay. Okay. I like this. Let's save. Let's play this. Let's see. Alright, China. This better be right. Better be accurate information you're giving me. China. China is in fact not doing that. Because it goes once when I push it down. I'm holding it right now. Let it go, and it's another one. Once when I push down, holding it, let it go. Okay. Unfortunately, not the answer. I did. That's what I was looking at. The debug log's right here. So every time onMove gets called, debug, it's logging the input. And it only logged 4 times, even though I was holding it down. Interesting. What version of YouTube input system are you on? Because that might be different also. I'm on 1.7 for some random reason. Can't get higher than that. I don't know why not, but I can't. I don't know why it won't let me. But like genuinely, when I installed it, that's what I installed it on. And if I try to update the you might be just on updated version, honestly. Oh, you're on 1.7 too? I don't know them. Yeah, it won't let me upgrade. I don't know why. Interesting. Well, because it's really interesting because it doesn't, like, I didn't see anything in the docs about that. I didn't say anything in the docs about that. So that's the majority of the reason I find it interesting. Because of that. Like this just says that it processes all actions, you know? All right, let me do. do this. Is there not a held button interaction? Is it? Does it not do that? Yeah, but that's not like I can see it, but that's not helpful. So you can get button state, but I don't want to. Like I know I can track button state, but I don't want to track button state. I want the input manager to track button state for me. Classic. All right, I don't really need to be reading this random Unity blog post. Keep movement after button pressed. Yeah, they're doing the same thing that I'm doing. All right, fine. I'll do this the hard way, since the hard way is the only way. I can't believe that it's not. There's nothing to like track this in there. Like it's tracking it, but it's not. I don't know. I feel like that's not. I mean, I don't know the inner workings of how that works. So maybe it's really complicated. I don't know. But it's pretty crazy if you ask me. So I only want to. What do I want to do? I want to say when an input is pressed down, you should be running input movement repeatedly. And when it's not, you should my movement in fixed up isn't my movement is in fixed update, and when XY is 1, then it's moving, something like that. Okay. Well, why is it in? Wait, if your movement's in fixed update, then you're not using an event, are you? Are you just checking when, like, the button is pressed? Instead of using it. Oh, wait, no, wait, sorry. I asked 2 questions. So you are using an event? Because I want to. I think you're understanding what I'm trying to get at, but I want to push the button down, and then the entire time I'm pushing it down, I want to move. So what I think I have to do is when it calls on move, I should say, okay, is it up or is it down? If it's down, just start a loop where it moves, and then whenever it stops moving, to end that loop, and then it'll stop moving. Yeah. So if when are you holding down, then it's 1-0, and then fixed update if x equals 1. Oh. So are you checking? Are you, instead of setting these as like local variables, are you setting these as global variables then? Like the x and y as global variables, and then just tracking those? Because that would make sense. I think I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, that does make sense. That makes sense. That's not a that's a good way to do it. But because especially since I already did it in a similar way for on shoot. Because for on shoot, I say, all right, if the value's pressed, then set shooting to true. If it's the initial event, then this is automatically set to true. So if you just pushed is pressed this frame, then start entering the loop and do, I don't really need to debug this anymore, or I don't need to log that anymore. Then set initial event to false, so it's not going to trigger this anymore, and then start the coroutine. The coroutine is just shoot. So while it's shooting, so essentially while you're holding the button down, you're just going to run through this loop, and then after you shoot, you just wait for a certain amount of time, and then once you're done waiting, you start again. So you just shoot infinitely until the value is no longer pressed. It triggers this, and then you stop. So I'm going to do, I'm trying to think. Yours is probably less complicated, isn't it? All right. You know what? Shino, I'm gonna take your your advice. Hit him with a little void fixed update. I don't know if it's good to use iEnumerator to spam things. I mean, that's generally how it's used, is it not? Whenever you want to loop over an action, you use iEnumerator, so that way you're essentially looping over it, but you're not, taking over. It's not like I'm calling iEnumerator a bunch of times. I only call it the first time. I only call it when it gets pressed, not like... I call it the frame where it first gets pressed, and then that's it. So I'm not like spamming iEnumerator calls. I know I'm like looping over an action within it, but it's yielding to the rest of... yielding to the rest of the program. So... I mean, that was my impression of how they're supposed to be used. Now, I could be wrong, but that is how I use them. So maybe I'm doing it wrong. Wouldn't be the first. Would it be the first time? Definitely wouldn't be the first time. Definitely didn't used to do all of my movement through the transform instead of through the rigid body. Definitely didn't do that. It should. I think this is going to be simpler, though. And I don't necessarily have a problem with storing these as global variables. I think that's okay. Not like any of my code is, clean or up to regulation, whatever regulation there is, but... and then I'm just going to call this in here. Wait. Hold up. So this might not be what I wanted. I don't think it is. Because if I do this, if I hold it down, it's going to be, calling it every X amount of frames. I don't remember what fixed update. I don't remember how many frames it is. I don't remember. I don't remember. But however many frames it is, it's going to call it every X amount of frames. And so if I'm spamming, because this is an iEnumerator, because this, the actual movement is an iEnumerator, and it needs to be, because it moves and then waits and then moves, or it moves for X amount of time and then it unmoves, and then it doesn't allow you to input. So if I make 4 calls to this, oh no, it's fine, because I have a variable here that says if you're moving, and yeah, if you're moving, then don't call this. That's fine. See, that is spamming calls to an iEnumerator. That, in fact, is spamming iEnumerator calls. That might not be good. But we're doing it anyways. I don't care. We're just rolling with it. Okay. I feel like I looked at that. Oops. I loved it. I was like, yeah, I'm not spamming to an I enumerator. But, you know, in this other file, I definitely am. I don't have timing in my movement. That's, yeah, that's valid. Yeah, I made this movement in a very particular way. So it was like, I tried to make it frog-like, so it's like hopping. Now, all the numbers somehow got messed up, and so it very much does not feel like hopping anymore. But, you know, we'll see. If this doesn't work, I'll revert back to the... I enumerate the whole thing. So... I can jump. I can move left and right. Oh, and up and down. Okay. Okay, this works. This works. I don't like it that much, but it's okay. It needs to be faster, but for a shorter period of time, for sure. Like, this needs to be brought up to, like, 200. But only for, like, you know, half the amount of time. Or, you know, 250 or something. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, I always forget to add the dude. See, that's great. There's no animation for some reason, but it does... That is not good. I can still move even though that happens. Okay. Let's do... let's do status dot can move. Okay. I mean, I could do this, but it's kind of goofy. What I should do is actually just do that. There we go. I don't hate. You can use while in your enumerator. Yeah. So that's what I did for the shooting. That's what I did for the shooting. But this one I did the way you said you did it. It's a little easy to implement, I think. And I think for this we can do... Oh, that's right. That's right. That's what was going on. There's no animation for some reason. I gotta fix that. Oh, so this can probably go back down to 200. Let's see if this... Animation. Frog move. See what this looks like. Okay, so that's good. Is it not doing that though? It's definitely not doing that. Interesting. Yeah, it's just straight up not setting that in there. Okay. So now that should work. Okay. Alright. Frog. So he's always just hopping. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I didn't expect that. I will say that I did not expect that. That is for sure. Shina, what kind of game are you making? I know you've been talking about how you're doing movement and stuff. What kind of game are you making? Just curious. Why? Jump and run online multiplayer 40-player lobby with voice chat. Bro, no way. That sounds sick. 40-player online multiplayer. That sounds so sick with voice chat. How's it coming along? I mean, I assume you're decently far if you're doing. Oh, it's on Steam, but hit it. That's sick. That's so sick, man. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. That is an impressive first game, I will say. Well, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know when you release it. That's hype. That's really hype. That is extremely impressive as a first game. How long you been working on it? $6 months? That is crazy progress for 6 months. That is ultra impressive. Nice job, man. Nice work. Nice work. I don't know why this is I don't know why this keeps entering in this loop. Like, the is moving should not be true. Definitely not. Okay, so slight problem. Every time, even when it's 0, it's calling. Here, we'll do this. We'll do if speed x Okay, that should be good. That should be good. Because that way it's not going to keep calling. It's not going to keep trying to move when it's 0. Oh, dang. It is already past 7 o'clock. It is quite a bit past 7 o'clock. I'm probably going to test this out, and then I'll probably in the stream shortly here. Oh, Shino, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. I wish you the best endeavors in your game. And if you want to... Ooh, 1 a.m. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. for me. 1 a.m.? Are you over in Europe then? Gotcha, gotcha. Cool, cool. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. If you ever want to hop on the stream again, I stream oh, it works. It works. That's crazy. I'll have to mess with the animation a little bit. It's kind of rough, but okay. That works. That's good. Yeah, sorry. As I was saying, I stream Monday, Wednesday, 5 to 7 Eastern Daylight Time, which is, I'm assuming, 11 to 1 for you. But yeah, I'd really love it if you hung out again. I also always post in the Discord server whenever I stream. I try to post to let people know. But thanks for hopping on. Really appreciate your help. And again, wish you the best with your game. Hope you have a good night, good rest of your day tomorrow. See you, man.